Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is Station. I'm ready.
Houston ACR, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Houston ACR. How do you hear me?
I have you loud and clear, ACR. How do you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please stand by for opening remarks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith, principal of North Decatur Elementary School in Greensburg, Indiana. We're so excited to have this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our school and community. Thank you to our special guest, school committee members, and to all who have made this event possible for us today. Now, here's our first question.
Hi, my name is Chloe. My question is, what were your thoughts going into space for the first time?
Hi, Chloe. This is my very first trip to space, so it wasn't long ago that I was climbing into the rocket with the rest of my crew in Florida for my launch. And I think most of all, I felt prepared. We had done a lot of training to get to that moment, so we felt ready as a crew and as individuals. And I was also just excited. It was an amazing experience to sit there on the launch pad, and as the countdown came in, I just got this overwhelming feeling of joy to finally be getting the opportunity to fly to space and accomplish my dream.
Hi, my name is Ellen, and my question is, how do you brush your teeth in space?
Hi, Ellen. We brush our teeth in space a lot like you do on the ground. We have regular toothpaste and toothbrushes, but it's a little different because we don't have running water up here because it's an apparent microgravity environment. So we get our water out of bags to wet our mouth and our teeth, and then you brush your teeth like usual, but we also don't have sinks or any plumbing, so you actually spit the foam from your mouth into a towel, and over time it just dries out and that moisture is reclaimed by the water reclamation system.
Hi, my name is Andrew, and my question for you is, what training does it take to prepare for space, and how long does it take?
Well, Andrew, I started training to be an astronaut in August of 2017, so about 4.5 years between when I started training and me being up here on the space station. I spent 2 years in astronaut candidate training, and that's kind of like our basic training where we learn all of the basic skills we'll need to succeed for a future mission. And then I spent 1.5 years training specifically for this flight to come up here and spend 6 months aboard the space station. But we learned how to do all sorts of things like spacewalks, operating robotics, all about the space station systems that you see around me here. We also learned to speak Russian so that we can work well with our Russian colleagues from the Russian Space Agency. So it's a pretty busy job, and there's a lot to learn, but we have fantastic trainers on the ground who make sure that we know everything we need to succeed up here.
Hi, my name's Caden, and my question is, when you go to sleep, do you get the feeling or sensation of laying down?
Well, Kaden, it kind of depends on how you set up your sleeping bag. Some people like to set up their sleeping bag tight against the wall of their crew quarters, which is kind of like our little bedrooms and offices up here. And that kind of gives them the feeling that they're lying against a bed. But some people, like me, I like to feel actually more like I'm floating. I have found I'm more comfortable if I only attach my sleeping bag at the very top and the very bottom, and I just kind of float between those two attachment points. It took me a little while to get used to it, a couple days, but once I did, I actually found I was more comfortable just kind of embracing the feeling of floating.
Wyatt, my question is, what advice would you give to a student who wants to become an astronaut?
Well, Wyatt, the first thing I would tell you is there is no one path to becoming an astronaut. Sometimes when you learn about astronauts, you'll notice certain things and certain similarities. But what I've noticed, especially in my class of astronaut candidates who train together, the Turtles, people come from all different backgrounds. We have planetary geologists, microbiologists, engineers, military pilots, military submariners like me. And so there are a lot of different paths to get to become an astronaut. But I think the commonalities are people who are passionate about learning, passionate about working on teams, and have really challenged themselves to understand how to be part of a highly functioning team, who are service-oriented. And so I think the most important thing you can do is challenge yourself at things you're passionate about. I think developing all of the skills you need, you have to challenge yourself, push yourself to your limits. But if you're doing it with awesome people and you're doing things you really believe in, then it's fun and fulfilling along the way, even if it's challenging.
Hi, my name is Finley. My question for you is, what do you do for fun out there in space?
Finley, we like to have all sorts of fun contests that you can't have on Earth, or you could do similar ones, but we like to do things like see who can float the farthest through the modules without touching anything. And I really like to practice cool new space flips, so I'm going to try one that I've been working on for you. I like to try a flip with a twist, so I end up facing the other direction at the end. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much to everybody at North Decatur Elementary. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
Thank you to all the participants. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communication.